Hey everybody, welcome back to the Balcony Time podcast. My name is Andy, and I really appreciate the snack selection at Winco.
This is Russ, and my enemas will bring Armageddon. That's Ragnarok for your poop spot.
This is Andrew, and life has become a parody of itself.
This is Josh, and I always require 2 takes.
Sorry.
So you're talking about early experiences with bees.
Oh, yes. I was baptized in bee fire.
Yeah? What does that mean?
So the ages of kindergarten to first grade, which was
5, 6.
5, 6 years old.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I disturbed a nest in our yard when I lived in Tri-Cities. It was subsequently swarmed by bees.
Bees!
My dad remembers the story because he saw the bees attacking and stuff, and I just remembers as like picking me up, running, setting me down, like trying to brush bees off of me, picking me up, running, brushing bees off of me to get me back inside the house. I have like zero memory of this event.
What's your issue? Don't brush bees. They might like it.
My favorite bee
really
memory is my granddaddy had this old Chevy truck, and there was rust spots in the tailgate. And they're not exactly bees. I think they were yellow jackets.
It's a rusted vehicle. Of course, a yellow jacket.
Yeah. But they had made a nest in the entirety of this tailgate. And my cousin, he was leaning up against it. You all know him. And so I was standing there next to him. And then I hit the tailgate really hard a few times and kicked him in the shin and started running. He got stung like 12 times. It was great.
These things are, oh man,
Yeah.
they're such assholes.
Yeah, and I pissed him off and then ran. So that's also fun.
Last time I had bee trouble was when I was driving that Chevy Love for a minute.
Dude, I don't. What is it about
Old trucks.
just old vehicles?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
like they attract yellow jackets.
I think it's
like
just because it gets hot, maybe. Like they might
that
like the heat.
good?
I don't know.
I feel like they're usually trying to find like a shady spot,
Maybe.
so they're in the dark. But
I don't know. That truck was always crazy hot and didn't have any air conditioning.
I don't
So-
know what it is.
Yeah, but it's weird because I'd been driving that truck for like a month already when the bee swarm decided to fucking attack. It was just one day, suddenly there were a bunch of wasps coming out of the dash.
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck
remember
are you
that.
doing in our truck?
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It's like the most frightening thing is like you never know if you got them all.
Yeah.
You could just be
Right.
driving down the road one day and one of them will just be like pop his head out and
Do you guys have the issue of them building nests behind your side view mirrors?
no.
I always have.
Well,
in every,
I mean, I have in
in
the
every
past,
vehicle.
but
I'm pretty sure in every vehicle that I've had for more than like a couple months, I've had a wasp nest behind the mirror.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
it's unusual.
Yeah.
But yeah, our old trailer, we have it for hauling garbage at work, is like a bee haven or a hornet yellow jacket
Mhm.
haven.
Years ago, I had to take some shingles off a roof.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of bees that had nested up in this roof. And I would often get there early. And it was interesting because I get there early when it was still semi-cold out. And these bees just like were dormant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
And
Oh,
you
yeah.
could literally just like brush them away and they wouldn't be bothered. But then as soon as the sun starts hitting them, you just
Yeah.
see them start moving. It's crazy how that happens.
The biggest infestation I've ever seen is bucking hay out of this guy's farm once, and he wanted us to take care of the bees. So we were pulling. His barn wall was like double walled, so we're pulling all the slatting off of one side of the wall, and it was just like, and then none of them were like massive or huge. And the biggest one would be like the size of maybe like a frisbee, but they were just like everywhere. They're just like, there's one over here, there's one up there, there's one down there, there's there, and just grab those cans of wasp killing spray, dual wield, and just start melting nests left and right, and then running.
Lots of running.
Lots of running. The worst at work is because we have those large metal storage units out back, and there's a small hole. It's a security hole to where the latch and lock mechanism are up behind, so you can't easily get in there with like bolt cutters and stuff
Mm-hmm.
because it's a shipping container. And they love to make nests up inside that area where I have to reach to get the padlock off and swing open. And so normally anytime during the year, doesn't matter what, it could be dead of winter. My first step when I go out there is I kick the door real hard, wait a second, see if any of those fuckers come flying out. The one time that I did not do that this year was when they had started building nests up in there. And so, like, I'm reaching up in this thing, trying to get this padlock. And it's an awkward place to get the padlock, so you can't usually wear gloves because I need to feel the lock and the key better. And something drops on my hand. And I'm like, oh, it's out instantly and stuff. And sure enough, like a cadre of aircraft fucking leave and just start pouring. Like, so I grab a can of the bee spray, sprayed up in there almost immediately. And what floored me was like the amount of bees that then like flooded out / were dying because they're covered in what I assume is like bee napalm or
Super poison.
Super poison.
Yeah, they just kept falling out of there. I'm like, jeez, these fuckers.
But they're dying.
But they're dying.
They're dying. They need our
Yeah,
help.
but with their last dying breath, they still want to kill everything.
I know.
Do you mean dying globally or
Yeah.
like?
Well,
No.
bees are. These are
Bees.
like, we're
Yeah,
using
bees.
the term bees,
I
but
know,
I think
I know,
all
I
of
know.
the, we're actually talking about the flying asshole wasp, hornet, yellow jacket
Okay.
varieties.
Yeah.
I won't kill a bumblebee
No.
if I can avoid it.
Yeah. Or a honeybee. They seem
No.
to leave you
Yeah.
alone.
But yeah, they just leave you alone. And sometimes they might bump into you, but I think it's because
Cool.
they're dumb.
Yeah.
That's it.
Especially
Probably.
them big
Yeah.
black bumblebees.
Yeah, they're
I
just
would
you're
assume
wearing
those
bright
guys are
clothes or something.
little slow. On the
Yeah.
uptake.
Yeah. I mean, they seem to be.
It's like, oh, hey, check out that orange shirt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here.
Oh, dude, that looks like a giant, pretty flower. Let me
Yep.
suck its nectar.
Yep.
Let me rub its.
You know, some days I
DNA
need the
juices
compliment.
on my body hair.
True.
You know, it
Yeah.
just
Getting
means
attacked
I'm-
by bees means they love you.
Really, I
I'm
like when
just-
any creature licks my nectar. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a nice
Oh,
Is
compliment.
that?
Yep.
Oh.
You went there.
You just ruminate on it. You just ruminate on
I don't
it.
want
I
to.
don't. I,
I don't
I
want
already
to.
went far enough in my own
Yep,
head.
it's
that
too
I was
far.
like, that's full stop right there. You're
Well,
opening a door. You're like, what's behind this door? You open
Nope.
that one, and you get to
Nope.
finally get to this door, and you're like,
Leave that door alone. There's bees.
yes.
Amongst other things, apparently.
What's the little
Andrew's nectar's all over that door.
What's the little part of the flower? The pistil? Is that what those are called?
Mhm.
Yeah,
P I
or
S
the
T E L.
stamen.
Is that what it's
Stamen.
called?
One of them.
All right.
Yeah.
It'd be
That's
fun
the
to
two
call
parts,
your. It'd be
right?
fun to call your
Yep.
penis either one of those.
Sure.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
throw that out
And
there.
let animals lick the nectar from it.
Well, only with peanut butter on it.
Bees love peanut butter.
That's right.
They probably do.
You went way too far down the path.
I'm
man.
just
He just
saying.
kept. He's
Shit.
kicking doors down.
We're
So
just,
we're
we're
like,
just
oh,
gonna
we're
see
fine.
what's here. We're just gonna see what's down this door.
Were you guys ever told to blow into your soda cans when you were out camping?
No.
Man,
Why do you do that?
just in case there is a bee in there.
So I've heard that's actually a really dumb.
Oh,
idea.
like after it's open.
because you anger them.
Well, not only
Okay.
might you anger them, but somebody was telling me that they're usually like attracted just like the CO2
Mm-hmm.
from your breath, and so they're like more likely to like,
Oh.
or it agitates them. I'm not
Could
sure
very well
which
be.
one it was. I've never looked it up. It could
Yeah.
be complete fucking bullshit.
I also feel like if you're about
An
to
old
drink a
wives'
bee, it's
tale.
going to sting you anyways.
So growing up, so I grew up in the young ages and stuff where I was outdoors infinitely more than I am now as an
Yeah.
adult. Like
Yeah, me
my
too.
summers were 95% spent outdoors.
Yeah.
I wasn't a gamer, and we're talking like the ages from like toddlerhood up to like probably 15 years old
Mm-hmm.
was outdoors, riding my bike, running around, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So bees were like an intimate part of my life.
Yeah.
Being on swim team, you're constantly you're around the large bodies of water. There's bees all the time. They like to, you got to watch when you're stepping on the grass because you'll step on them.
Mm-hmm.
The easiest thing to find out if there's a bee in your soda is usually just to listen.
Yeah,
Like
true
you
enough.
just kind of like hold up to your ear and to hear if it sounds like something's moving around in there.
Yeah, that's fair.
I say just drink the bee.
I'm not going to drink a bee.
Just drink the bee.
I might die.
Josh, you're more manly than we are.
just drink the bee. Well, I mean,
Yep.
you took that sting to your eye like a champ.
I did.
Yeah. All you did was make Rocky jokes.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
fun.
Did you guys see him in the last couple of days? Or is it the first time?
I saw photos.
Facebook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
all right.
Goddamn right I Facebook.
Yeah, I saw
That
photos.
was funny.
How will I get internet sympathy if I don't put it on Facebook?
Good point.
Yes.
Gotta get them internet points.
You know what else is on Facebook?
Everything.
I just yell at my
The
phone.
Balcony Time podcast, which everybody should listen to.
Yeah.
It's also on Facebook.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Andy does stuff with bees.
That's right.
I don't do stuff with bees.
Andrew does stuff with bees, amongst other things.
Well,
Do you
I
fuck
and
with
peanut
bees?
butter.
I let bees do things to me.
There you go.
I'm
As long as there's
not
peanut butter.
responsible for you guys sharing a name.
Yeah.
So-
No.
No, I blame our parents.
Yeah.
It is entirely
too.
your parents' fault.
I blame my parents for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Though, like growing up, like Russ, my parents had a rule: don't be in the house.
I never had a rule. Just
like,
what was
yeah.
there to do with the house when I was that young?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Dad's like, go outside? Just don't be in here.
I got the stop going in and out because that's what mattered to my parents was like the fact that I was going from indoor to outdoor. It's like
That way,
Make up your mind.
Yeah, because they're like watching TV or
yeah,
something.
some kind of arbitrary thing, I guess.
Watching the thermostat.
Now, okay, actually, having been an adult now,
Yeah.
and being around young children,
Sure.
I
Mhm.
get it.
Yep.
Like they're
Yeah.
like they don't just quietly move through a
This
room.
is true.
It's a stampede
It's
every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
loud,
I ran to my room
obnoxious,
to go grab the toy and
screaming and
that's
yelling at
gotta
their
be the
friends,
worst thing ever.
oblivious.
Like especially when you're like sleeping.
Yeah.
Oh man, when I lived with my uncle for a while.
We're just trying to cop a good buzz,
morning.
and those little fuckers keep ruining it.
Mhm, yeah.
That's why you cop that buzz, so you dull
Right.
it a little bit.
Drown it
Not
out.
with a sliding glass door opening and shutting 10 times a minute. Fuck
Oh,
that.
so you had a fancy house.
Sliding glass.
We had 2 regular ass doors.
I've lived in some nice houses actually,
Yeah.
but I mean, when you live in the middle of fucking nowhere,
yeah,
your options go up as far as quality.
for sure.
They're like, please move here.
I spend most of my life in a mobile home, so
Mobile.
The house I grew up most in, it was in that little neighborhood that Colin and I are in.
Yeah.
And it was cool because we had a little group of people and we just play hide and seek all the
Mhm.
time. Like,
So I have very fond memories of
yeah,
playing hide and
the
seek.
sun would
I
go
do too.
down, sun
Yeah.
would go
Very
down,
much
and it was
so.
time to
Very
play hide
much
and
so.
seek.
and then
those were
Matt
some
would
of my
run
favorite. So fast. And Hugh would run really fast for a big guy.
That game's dumb.
Hide and seek?
Hide and seek.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
What was the one that we used to play where it was like a few people would be in cars and everybody
Fugitive.
else? Fugitive. Yes,
Yeah.
I loved Fugitive.
That was a blasty blast.
Yeah, it was a
because
good-
it
it was
was
a good time.
it was hide and seek with cars.
Yep. It's
And
kind
a
of the
bigger
best.
area.
Yeah. It was
Just
like
goes
make
to
it from
show.
one school to the other without getting caught.
Why don't you like hide and seek?
I don't know. I think there was a point in time when I realized that like the I don't know. He can never catch everybody. I don't know what it is. I feel like
Yeah,
it's just stupid.
I
It's like,
I feel you though as like the the team fat guy. It's like
well, I felt okay. So I'd say that at the end of the day, like if I don't want to be found, I won't be found.
yeah.
So that's hide and seek all the time for me. So you have like if you're picking a place that you know,
You just end up going home.
There were a couple times where we'd play hide and seek and we'd find you at home playing Xbox.
see there you go. You
Yeah.
never fucking
So,
found
like-
me. Like
So here's the catch with hide and seek is it's got to be like hide and seek tag, right? You got to have the base that you're trying to get to after you've hidden.
Yeah.
And right, so that you
Having
go out
the
and
base element is fun.
yeah, you go out and hide, and then everybody's trying to work back to a spot
I agree
without
with this,
getting
yeah.
caught,
Mhm.
and I think that's fun.
that's a better game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we
something
always played
something
it, yeah.
that forces the hiders out of hiding.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime it's just simple like I'm gonna go hide somewhere and wait for somebody to fight. Fuck that.
I don't think I ever played the
Me
basic
neither.
hide and
I never
seek.
played that.
Yeah.
Ever. It was
No.
always
But the downside of that
we got to
game
run
too
and
is,
chase
like,
each other. What's that?
You need more dynamics to that game itself as well, because like if there's only one person that's trying to stop people from getting to the base, and you pretty much just have to wait till they're distracted and go.
Sure.
Right. Also easy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you have two, you run into the problem where like one person's always guarding the base.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the other person's out trying
Well,
to
you
force
got
people.
you can't guard the base. Like you always have to establish ground rules first.
Yeah,
Like,
we always had
you can't
a
be-
like a no.
Rules of engagement.
Yeah, what did we call that?
yeah. I'm trying to think
base
of the word
camping.
too.
Did we call it base camp? No,
No.
camping. I feel like that term came out later.
I feel like
Remember
the
when we
rules weren't
moved the
fleshed out
sign?
enough.
The sign, like the stop, we pulled the sign out of the ground and moved it because that was the
Well, that
base.
sign was the base.
Yeah.
Dude, who ran
That
into
was-
that?
we
No,
don't want
think
to talk
anyone-
about it.
No, come on. Did you run into it?
Was it you who ran
Yeah.
into it
I
like
ran-
full speed? You slipped right before you got
yeah.
there.
I was
Oh,
thinking vehicles.
Fat kid's gonna make it.
that was
Busted
so
my
funny.
nuts.
Yep.
No, yeah.
You did yell that out.
Yep.
That's what it was. Fat kid's gonna make it, and then he slipped in the grass and slid right into the pole.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
it did come down eventually. We were moving it around.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my 30s though. I won't run for anything. Like that's just not that's running stopped at some point in my life, and I don't do it anymore.
That's a shame. It is nice.
No.
It is.
Those times I run. I gotta
Yeah.
hustle.
It's
Well, sure, hustle. I don't
Well, I mean, I like to save it. I don't have much running left in me.
yeah, exactly. Like I've got like 10% run left in my life. So
Yeah, I need to save it for
Yeah.
like that bitchin' sale at Target.
Yeah.
you got to save it for Black Friday. Dude.
Yeah, you know.
Running is like 90% sucky, but then there's a really unique feeling of euphoria occasionally that you'll get from it.
That's your
that-
body dying.
Yeah,
Maybe, but it feels
that's
good,
just
man.
you've spent your energy and now you need some calories.
But yeah, it's a
I
really,
feel like that's it's a tricked person's club
Yeah,
to where all people that have tried running have to tell you about this euphoria that you
the
get.
runner's high.
The runner's high.
Yeah,
You've never
man, get
experienced
that
anything
runner's
And that's
like
why
it before.
serotonin's so
Man.
hard to find. It's always running
But
away
then,
from you.
what happens is you only have two choices. You either don't believe them, and which is, you're fine, you don't believe them, or you do believe them, and the only way to really believe them is to try
run.
it.
Yeah.
Is to try running, and then you run, and it doesn't happen. So it'll be like, oh shit,
Maybe I got to run harder.
I got to get other people in on this.
Yeah.
This running
Mm-hmm.
scheme.
Pyramid scheme. So
Yeah.
the person who introduces the most people to running, they're going to get the inspiration up at the top. They
Yes.
get the euphoria.
It's all a big trick to get
Pay it
people
forward.
healthier.
Yeah.
We
Those
should
bastards.
we should create a religion based on running.
I've done running.
isn't that
Don't
CrossFit or
run.
something?
Maybe.
No, that's a religion based on flipping tires and other useless shit.
Okay.
CrossFit's
Yeah, but those-
work out hard enough, fast enough.
Yeah.
That you'll
Hey, have you ever
probably
wanted to
hurt
crap your
yourself.
pants in a gym? Here you go.
It's
CrossFit.
essentially, I don't know enough about it, but to me it seems like it's probably just high intensity interval training.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
But they're doing it in a way that seems flashy, but realistically is just dangerous.
It's just dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. CrossFit's a little hard on the body.
Yeah, shock that system.
Well, no.
Considering I can look left casually, out a side view mirror of my car, and sometimes throw my neck or back out.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna snap clean a fucking barbell 30 times and then
No
go
shit.
flip a tractor
shit.
tire.
It's better than me, dude. I mean, I turn left real fast and I get winded. So it's, Woo! That was a workout.
You guys ever see that old Jim Carrey bit? It's one of his old stand-ups, and
He starts flopping his head and neck
Yeah, he
around.
goes, "Oh man, getting old, huh?" And starts shaking his head around and flailing his arms, and goes, "Can't do that anymore."
I remember when he acted out that bit to me and hurt his neck,
Yeah,
and it
like
was
straight
the
up.
funniest goddamn thing I had seen in a while. I was like, ow, you really can't do that anymore. Fuck.
That is something I'd like to do in my adventures in starting to exercise, is work on stretching and
Yeah.
flexibility.
Flexibility.
It's yeah, really good.
Got to limber up.
Yeah.
Limber up.
The shitty thing about exercise for me is things like what I've got going on right now is the bursitis. Is that happens just so much more frequently when I'm working out. Sucks. I mean, that shouldn't be my excuse. And it really isn't at the end of the day.
Still got 3 functioning limbs that you can work out.
Yep.
It's true.
Well, the one that's fucked up right now makes it really impossible to get up and down stairs. So if you want to carry me over to the gym, that's fine.
No, you'd have barbells and I got weights in the house.
Yeah, that's
Well,
true.
Russ, you get your workout then too.
I actually use one of those.
Carry
gym
Andy to the
membership.
gym.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
the
that's
weights
a
that you left
win-win.
here, the weights that you left here, that one white elephant
Oh yeah.
with your gift,
Yeah.
I still use those
Nice.
kind of regularly. Yeah, just
Fucking
while I'm
good.
waiting in queue for WoW or watching a Netflix,
I should start
special or
planning
something.
a white elephant. I gotta try to beat
I know. I gotta
Andy.
start thinking about
Dude,
that.
oh
He's
man,
the one to dethrone now,
I have
man. We gotta
so
He
much
really- he really
pressure.
is.
I have so much pressure.
Those pillowcases were off the hook.
I still don't have.
Dude, I'm
I
still
don't know how I'm
salty
gonna
about
beat that.
losing out on that pillowcase.
But see,
My-
the
yeah.
thing about what's nice is that you've essentially won White Elephant the last 2 years for best gift.
Sure.
So we don't have to just beat you this year because you might be tired. You might not get as good idea as you had the last 2 years. But we have to try to top the previous 2 gifts that you've made.
Yeah,
That's really fucking hard to do.
I'm suffering from that too. It's really fucking hard to do. I agree.
That's why I always set the bar to medium low.
Yeah.
Never hard to impress that way.
What'd
My
you bring
White
me?
Elephant goal every year is to try to remember to buy something not the day of the White Elephant.
Yeah.
Word.
Order it early enough that I could get something off the internet, because something I can get off the internet is going to be vastly cooler than most what I can get by going to a store locally.
So I actually love novelty gifts, like what we usually end up with at
Yeah.
the White Elephant stuff. Yeah. For my birthday, I got toaster sleeves, so you can make grilled cheese in the toaster.
That's pretty badass.
I think that's pretty fucking cool. And also a shower beer caddy, so you can have shower beers. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's just.
It's a
How are you
beer,
not?
right?
Yeah. How are you not living if you're not doing shower beers? You know.
Shower beers are great. Yeah.
I've never had it.
You've never drank
I
a
don't
beer
like.
in the shower.
Well, yeah,
I'm not a beer guy.
He doesn't like
Well, I
beer.
mean, I drank Fireball in there too.
I've smoked weed in the bathtub before.
Definitely done
Sounds
that.
pleasant.
Oh yeah. But nothing quite beats getting. Well, I mean, a jacuzzi is kind of like just a
Yeah.
big bathtub that's
Mhm.
outside.
Well, I've definitely had a beer in
Yeah.
a jacuzzi.
Yeah.
I guess if that counts, then market
Well, I'd count it.
0.
Make it so number one.
Make it so.
I do love drinking in bodies of water.
It's pleasant.
It is pleasant.
Just being in bodies of water is, and then refreshing beverage on top
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, I'll
Like
use
you-
I'll
cherry
use anything
bomb
as
pop.
an excuse to day drink
Yeah.
or drink.
Dude, Colin not having a pool anymore.
I know it's
Yeah.
quite sad.
I loved just accidentally
We
drinking.
should still
like
just
12
go back
pack of
over to
beer.
that house and be like, you know what? We've been swimming
live
here
here
a
now.
lot longer
Yeah.
than you have,
Pool rules.
and pool rules.
Pool rules.
We got squatters' rights, yo.
That's right.
The
Seniority.
amount of swimming I've have done in the last couple of years is like
Dramatically gone down,
Dramatically,
right?
I didn't
Which is-
done this summer.
No,
I haven't swam at all.
I
this
did
summer.
once this
First
summer.
I did 2 summer things this summer. I am very proud of myself. I went to 4th of July fireworks at Lake of the Woods. It was awesome. And I went to Crater Lake. 2 summer things.
Nice. Crater Lake's also a really good winter thing.
Yeah.
Very
if you
pretty.
have the rig for it.
Yes, if
Yeah,
you have a
yeah.
snowmobile, it's good.
I mean, just getting up there can be treacherous. In
If you
the
have a
car.
snowmobile, it's good.
Okay. I don't, but
Yeah,
I'll keep that in mind.
it is really pretty.
Yeah, it's the kind of thing where like half the year you need like
Special equipment.
special equipment just to get to.
This
Yeah.
might be the first summer I haven't swam.
Yeah. I
Did we
believe
swim
that.
at your place?
Probably not. I've been on the outs.
Yeah.
When was
Familiarly.
when was that? Was that last summer that we were there swimming?
Yeah, it must have been.
I mean, and it was last summer, the last time we went into his hot tub.
Yeah, had to have
Yeah.
been.
Wow, that year went by fast.
Dude.
Hey,
yes.
man. Days are long. Years are short.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Work days are long.
Work days are long.
Yeah.
I fucking hate them.
Every day that I have off goes by way too quickly.
Yeah. I sure wish I was independently wealthy.
Yeah, I gotta.
because
I gotta
this going
find
to
out.
work every day thing is.
It's bullshit.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
I gotta find out a way to make all my days off.
Mm-hmm.
I should just quit.
Well, or go to jail.
would
Well,
work.
Oh, actually, wait. No, never mind. That's not a good idea.
Go
In
to
jail,
jail?
they just use you for free labor.
Yeah,
then.
then I have to work a lot.
in some jails, not all jails.
Not all jails.
Not all
Just get
jails.
enough money and we go beat bums somewhere else.
Right?
Thailand. Sure.
I've seriously considered that shit.
Yeah.
Believe your sales pitch was ladyboys as far as the eye can see.
Well, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants.
Hey, dude, if you want ladyboys, more power to
I
you.
hear that's the place to go.
Yeah.
More than anything, I want food, cheap food, and pretty beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seems nice. But I've also heard how grossly hot it is there.
Yes.
I like the heat.
Yeah, you're gross.
Yeah.
You're
I
grossly
like
hot.
You're gross. Stop being so grossly hot, Andrew.
I can't help it.
I do not like the heat. I
No,
am not
neither do
built
I.
for it.
No, I was out there today. I went and grabbed sushi with my dad, and I'm standing in the parking lot waiting for him. And like the sun's on me, and my arms are like I got my arms crossed. I'm just getting hot, and I'm like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
I love it.
I feel like I'm already burning,
Mhm.
and I know I'm not. It's literally just I'm so unaccustomed to being
Sure.
out where it's warm and stuff. But I'm like, so I stopped for a minute. I'm like, is this an enjoyable experience? Like, can I change my thought process of like, am I absorbing these warming rays?
right.
And then I tried, and my body was like, no,
Couldn't do
this fucking sucks.
See, that is straight up the difference then, because for me, when that sun hits me and I'm sitting in it, I feel like those bees, man. Like, I feel like I'll sleep, and then that sun hits me, and I'm just, oh, that feels so nice.
So it is
Yeah.
the opposite for me.
I think what we got to do is start training ourselves to like the warmth a little bit better.
It's too late.
Well, I think we could probably like raise the temperature of our apartment like 2 degrees every year.
Blasphemy.
No,
He thinks.
I know. I feel like there's just a lot of Northern European descent here, and we're just not used
Dude,
to
when
the sun. We shouldn't be in the sun.
When I talk about, because when I'm like really hot at work or whatever, I'm like, I'm used to being in like a 62 degree house. everybody's like, "What? Are you fucking crazy? Like, how much does it cost to keep your house that cool?" And I'm like, not that much.
Yeah, surprisingly.
Yeah. I guess we have a really efficient air conditioner or something.
I really like to think that my fucking curtains have made a big difference.
I think your curtains have made a big difference. Yeah, the blackout curtains.
Because we had 1 year without the heat trapping, light blocking curtains.
Yeah.
And it was bad.
Every time a girl comes into my room, she opens up my curtains.
Those were dark days.
I mean, it is nice to have some extra light in.
Nah. Artificial light's just fine. Mine even changes colors, you know?
Yeah. It's
I want
way
this shit-
cooler than the sun.
Yeah,
You
dude.
can't change sun colors.
I want this room to be fucking blue. Blackout
See
curtains.
The sun do that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. Yeah.
Who needs natural light when I can have this blue light?
Yeah.
See, and I
green light.
enjoy being outdoors.
I do
but
too.
I like it when the temperature is much closer to like 70.
Yes.
Sure.
A 70-degree day is great, especially like a little bit overcast for part of the day. Perfect.
I can admit
love
that
a
I
good
do
overcast
like.
day.
I definitely think we all like a good overcast day.
Yeah.
Not
But I don't want it to assume it like never.
if it's like 75, I want direct sun.
This motherfucker was complaining about the rain on the car ride over.
Oh, what a
I love the rain.
the rain.
He's
is
like, oh, I'm
fantastic.
glad
It was
here,
nice at
but
first. It was nice at
I
first.
want it to go away.
But I'm done.
No.
Yeah.
At
You're
first.
done? It's rained
It's
rained
like
like
twice.
3 times
Yeah.
in the last like month.
I know.
Get out
It
of
was
here.
nice for a second, but
No, it needs to continue to be nice.
We are in the best season now.
Yes. It's started.
Yeah, like the
PSLs,
last week has been really
motherfucker.
nice. Yeah.
Fall is good times.
Oh man, it's my favorite.
yeah, sweaters, pumpkin spice lattes.
It
Yes.
has the best holiday, which is Halloween.
I can start
Halloween
showing off
is
my
fun.
package with gray sweatpants.
Got the
David
hoodie
Bowie
back
style.
out, man.
Dude, my last hoodie, the zipper came unaligned and then broke. Yeah, sucks. And I'm too lazy to put on a new zipper, so I bought a new hoodie just yesterday. Shipping should be here tomorrow.
Ooh,
Sharon could have done that for you, and like
I know she could have, but I don't see her anymore.
that's fair. Neither do
Yeah. Yeah, we may live with her, but we
I'm
don't see her
dating
anymore.
somebody, but only
well,
like
have her put
an
that
hour
zipper
a
on.
week.
Not wear that shit, dog. And what are you doing? And
No,
give me a
if that gets
hand-me-down.
fixed, that's been my favorite hoodie ever.
Well, then let me have the new one. I'll buy it for half cost because it's used.
How many hoodies do you have?
That don't say Oregon Vortex on them?
Yes, sure.
To be fair,
Okay.
Josh gave me his old hoodie because he
Oh.
thought he lost it, and I
Yeah.
was like, I found it, and he's like, go ahead and keep it.
I used to steal
Yeah.
Colin's old hoodies
Well,
all the time.
That's really not stealing. It's just liberating it
Yeah.
from a butthead.
Right, because he had a selection.
Yeah.
He was like, which hoodie am I going to wear today of my 19?
Yeah, that
You know.
motherfucker.
he has graduated from hoodies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now he's the man.
yeah. It's
Who
true.
knows
Hey,
what he's
dude.
doing? He also, I see him even less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure when he was on the podcast, that was the second time I've seen him this year.
Somebody that likes being home.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I mean, you get old and
Well, they like to do couple things.
you work.
I know that they do stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely happens.
Russ is a
I miss
couple.
both of them,
Yeah.
Colin and Alex.
Yeah.
Josh is a couple.
Josh is in a
Alex,
couple until
if you're
I see him in
listening,
couple status, which I haven't done yet.
Fair enough. I haven't either, to be fair.
Baby,
I've
come
just
back.
heard of it.
I also think they like outgoing couples. You know? Like, you know, I don't like to go places.
I'm outgoing.
You? No? Sorry, dude. I like being
You
outdoors
sounded
more than you do.
convinced.
When
Well,
you are
I went-
out,
I went hiking,
you are
motherfucker,
going.
today.
When you're out, you are going
Mhm.
most of
Yes.
the time.
Yes.
Yes,
But getting
obviously.
you out of your house
But
can be a
getting you
mission.
out.
Ooh boy, that's a toughie. That's a toughie.
Yeah. Man, when you were single, I should have just been like, there's going to be girls there.
Yeah, no, that's a ploy that won't work anymore.
No, not anymore. It would have.
It would
Yeah,
have.
It would
It
have.
would have.
Damn it.
Andy's still single.
That is true.
Andrew.
I'm still single. Yeah.
Sure.
There you go. There's girls there.
Both of us.
There's girls there.
Both the Andys.
That unfortunately doesn't.
That statement is true no matter which one you interpret it as.
Yes. Speaking of girls, so Tinder. I've been talking to this girl for a while, actually. Now,
She's a bot.
She's a bot.
so she's not a bot, but she definitely was courting me. So I found out last night that she's a cam girl. Yeah, so that's what she's like, and for only $50, and like that was like copy and pasted in like 3 seconds. from the last.
So
time she brought
how
it.
many messages did it take to get to that? I mean, we've
Dude,
kinda
we've been
talked
talking.
about
We've been
this,
talking
but
for like 2 weeks. Bro.
that's a
How many
fucking
licks?
slow
Yeah.
play,
Yeah.
motherfucker. That's a slow play.
super slow. So I imagine that's what she's got to be doing full time is just the
That
Tinder
is
game
a
into
smart robot.
right.
AI.
Dude, if that was a robot, then that's what I mean. That is the future. Because I mean, we were talking like what we like to do with our days and like real conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
She wasn't trying to get you on the cam show, huh?
She said not initially.
Oh.
That's not. It's not going to go anywhere because this is just turned into like I want you to masturbate to me for $50 per 5 minutes.
Well, I mean, that's really cutting out the middleman. It's giving it right to her, not through the restaurant or the movie.
Sure,
you know.
sure, yeah. That you know what? I could probably start paying that, and I'd still be saving money over having a girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean, maybe.
maybe.
You gotta have a good girlfriend that can be your sugar mama. Like
Yeah,
mine.
that's true. Yeah, I do need a sugar mama. That's true.
No, you always try to find somebody that can go halvesies with stuff.
Yeah,
you know,
of course.
I get dinner this time. That thing you and I did actually for a while was really awesome. Like you'd pick up lunch, and the next time I'd pick up lunch, and
I try to
it's
keep
just-
most of the relationships with you guys like to
Yeah.
that status. Like, yeah,
it's nice.
Keeping tabs is no good. Like
No.
if it's one of those things where it's like every other week somebody one of the other pays. That's great, but like I don't unless it's like expressly borrowing money.
right.
Then sure tabulate that, but otherwise, just
Yeah, and it feels like
What's
I'm paying
drink
this
or
time.
what's
It feels
drinks
cooler.
or
It
a
feels
couple
like
of
an
drinks
adult,
or
right?
lunch between friends.
Yeah.
you know?
Exactly.
Well, we're all adults. We all have jobs.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's almost an indicator that all of us are doing decent.
Yeah.
Right, you know?
Right.
Well, it's weird too that all of us have jobs. There isn't an unemployed one between all of us, like the extended group.
It's true.
Yeah, I think that's the first time in ever.
It always seemed to be like one of us floating.
Yeah,
One of us, then that person would get a job, and somebody
Unmoored.
would
Yeah.
lose a job
Yeah.
or quit a job.
I'm bored right now. I'm starting to look for other shit.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, you really are like a leaf on the wind.
sometimes
Always.
That's fine.
I'm waiting for my cat to die.
I
so
wish
I'm
I'd-
not stuck to that place.
I wish
anymore.
I'd been a little bit more of that when I was younger.
Yeah.
Yeah, before I had to really look responsibility in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
You never really have to look responsibility in the face if you
That's
avoid
true. I think that's my nature.
it. Yeah.
I mean, my first job I spent like 9 years at. You know.
Okay.
That's dedication.
Yeah, that is.
Well, they also started paying me real well towards the end there.
Well, there's
You
something to be
know.
said for that.
Yeah.
I like
Money.
being paid real well.
It's a good
I mean,
motivator.
I'm being paid
Yeah.
medium well. It'd be nice to be paid real well, but
I
medium
wouldn't-
well. I'll take medium well. You know?
Yeah,
Plus, I really like my job,
Yeah.
so my job satisfaction's high. The
Right.
pay could be better, but
Sure.
my job satisfaction.
I'm
is
taking
high.
medium well right now. Like the job that I currently have is a drastic pay cut from my last one, but my last one required me to be, 150 miles from here 5 days a week. So,
The Schwann's driving.
yep.
Man, I felt so bad for you doing that job.
It was good money. I spent a lot of it on the road though. So it really didn't reflect in the things I owned or the things that I did.
Money doesn't mean anything when you're just miserable
Yeah.
like 90% of the time.
Had to be in a shitty town all the time. Great people and whatnot, but it was still a
Well,
job
I mean,
to interact
there
with
is
these
something to
people.
be. It's easier to cry in a Mercedes than it is on a bicycle.
Well, one's more
That's-
dangerous.
That's not, but like
That can be argued between.
you know.
it's easier to cry. No, if you're miserable, you're miserable, man. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter how much money you're making.
And I was pretty fucking miserable in that job.
But yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've quit jobs just because I was unhappy. But
I have
Every
not.
job I've quit was because, like, why would you quit a job if you weren't unhappy? Like, that seems.
I could see being happy
They
in
go
a job,
hand
but
in
it
hand,
doesn't
right?
make ends meet.
well, yeah, not making ends meet, or I
Yeah.
mean, I got bored.
You're unhappy with the pay.
I'd rather do
I
something
suppose
else.
so. You could say that.
Came down in times where it was like, well, I like this job, but I really want to go do this other thing, and I work today, so I'm not going to go to work
that would
today.
have to be the scenario. It's like you really enjoyed the work, but X reason prevented you from like staying there.
Yeah.
It could be like
Difference of
you had to move or something. So yeah, some
bad boss or something.
Mhm.
Or,
Well,
Sure.
I can't have a bad boss. Bad boss puts it back in the unhappy.
Yeah,
category.
unhappy category.
Well, you can like your
you
job.
can like what you're doing, but then not like the people you're with, right?
That's true, but I still think that makes
I
the
don't
job
think
an
so.
unhappy thing.
Yeah, the people you work with is part of the job.
Yeah.
That'd be like saying like I very much enjoy working with leather, which I do, but I don't like everything else that's included with working in my job, which is not true. I like my coworkers, but otherwise, you gotta take the job as the whole package. It's everything about it.
Okay. I mean, I can jive to that.
I'm setting parameters for the statement, essentially. Like that, I would believe that everything about the job, everything from commute, pay, the workload, hours, who you work with, who's your boss, that all is the job. If you're unhappy with any of those core tenets of what makes up your position at that place, you're unhappy with work.
Unhappy with work. Okay.
And you don't have to leave. That's we're establishing you're unhappy at work. Now, it would be a weird one to be like, man, I love this job. I love everyone that I work with. It would have to be some sort of exigent circumstance that would cause you to leave that job to fulfill the scenario of not leaving a job unhappy.
Yeah.
Right? Something like, what if the job ended?
Yeah.
There's an easy one.
That's
I love that job, and it's seasonal.
Yep.
Or they moved to China.
Yep. Damn tariffs.
China. Well, you guys just about ready to take a break?
I'm ready to hear from you.
Okay. Looks good.
All right. I'd love to hear from me too. So let's go ahead and do that now.
Do.
Hey everyone, Andy here. Just wanted to take a quick second to remind you guys that we can always be found on btpodcast.com, iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Play Music, and anywhere else you might listen to your podcasts. You can also find us on YouTube a day later if that's your thing. We don't have video yet, but we would very much love to in the future, and of course, you can always help us get there by remembering to subscribe, like, comment, or review our podcasts anywhere you listen. But beyond all that stuff, I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank you all for listening, making the Balcony Time podcast part of your week. We love doing this for you, and our community has been so great to us. So give yourself a pat on the back, and I'll quit talking so you can get back to listening. Now back to the Balcony Time podcast.
So an update on the Manscaping Razor expedition, the quest. I have decided to not pull the trigger on buying the Manscaping Razor.
Oh.
With its patented skin-safe technology.
Yeah.
Because I was looking at it. One, it's like $50, which is not an insignificant amount for a razor.
Yeah.
It has replaceable blades. I don't like the concept of buying some sort of electric razor, in which I have to replace blades every month for.
Oh yeah, especially if you know those are going to dull, and that means it's going to pull.
Yeah, but the big thing is I went and I was reading through a lot of reviews, and even from positive reviews and in the negative reviews, it was pretty common to see that like it still cuts and nicks.
Yeah,
like it's like you have to be careful. You have an electric device around there. There's nothing magical about this razor that prevents those, and a lot of them like. The website claims that it's a strong enough motor in there that there's no snagging. I don't know if you guys ever encountered with weaker
but if
electric
it's dull,
razors.
it will pull.
No, well, the reviews said that it will still snag. If you have some like coarse curlies going on down there, or you go in a little too deep into the forest, it will still snag. It'll still catch. That motor is not a super powerful motor.
I mean, it can't be. With how small that device is.
It's also battery operated.
Yeah.
No, battery operated. No, that's losing power right there.
Yeah.
Needs a wall plug-in. Like many things. But no, I went in for a manscaping run the other day. Went to do my own trench run, so to speak.
Oh,
and
I thought you went somewhere.
No. It's, and like first pass through, nicked my dick, and like it bled a little bit, and I was like, I'm done. Girlfriend can deal with a hairy shaft.
So right now I'm experimenting with removal cream.
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes.
I bought some.
His dick has disappeared.
Because I don't like that.
Some dick removal cream.
I gotta get that dick removal cream.
Oh shit! Gotta get off.
I used too much.
But I bought some sensitive shit because I want to get the back hair off. I hate back hair. I'm a hairy guy. I accept most of the hair on my body. But I like to keep my man area, my armpits, and I
shave your armpits?
I shave my armpits.
That's fucking weird, dude.
So on Russ's suggestion, I started trimming my armpits. It's delightful.
That's what I mean too. I don't straight razor them, or I don't use a razor. I just use clippers on its lowest setting, trim everything down. It's cooler. I use less deodorant.
I just use my little beard scissors. Get close.
Just keep them down. I think that massive underarm bush is just one of the most unattractive things ever. But the big thing is like back hair. As I've gotten older, gotten more back hair. Don't like it. Grows in weird.
Yep.
I have my weird liver patch that grows over here.
That's the sign of a healthy liver.
Well, mine is abnormally healthy. So I bought the hair removal cream for that. Tried it. If you're ever going to do a hair removal cream, number one thing, always test it first. You put it on for the length of time on some patch of skin in a small amount, wait 24 hours, see what happens. Because you can literally get chemical burns.
Yeah, man, it's like testing, exactly, carpet cleaner, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's worse than that. Yeah, carpet cleaners.
Because it's on your skin.
Yeah,
well,
carpet
because
cleaner
it's
doesn't burn your
chemically
skin.
melting things,
Mhm.
which can be your skin.
Yeah.
So I did it.
Carpet cleaner.
I didn't even realize when I said it.
For that personal rug. You
always test the spot on
oh
the
my
rug.
God, dude.
I guess. That's what I did. I was testing that carpet cleaner
Yep.
on my rug earlier. But so the back thing went. It was a success with a caveat.
No.
Did you
it
have
was
somebody doing it
complicated.
for you?
No, see that's the
Okay,
thing. I was
yeah,
trying to do it
gotta have somebody
solo.
do it for
I had
you.
this like back lotion spreading stick.
Like one of those wooden hands.
It's a plastic
little
curved
hand.
pole that's about 2.5 feet long, and it's got like a.
Is that its only use?
Yes. It is literally, I bought it. I was like, man, I need something to help spread like a cream on my back. And I found like a lotion spreading stick at Walmart, which don't follow that train of thought too far about why people need these sticks. Anyways.
Because somebody needs to sell them. That's why.
I needed one. I found one.
Shoppers at Walmart have a lot of bodily real estate,
Some
we
girth.
shall say.
Some nooks and crannies.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the back, and I can reach all my back, but it's awkward. I thought, this little device might help me apply it on there. Not true. I should have just used my hands.
You're just
put
like,
some
I'll
gloves
drip
on or
off
something.
beforehand. Or...
Like sometimes it would fall, like I dropped a bunch on the floor.
Yeah.
Couldn't really like feel very well, like how good the coverage was on the back. Anyways, it worked. It removed a lot of hair on my back. It was a decent. Next time, I will probably try to persuade my SO to help me.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I've moved on from that, and I'm like, this fucking Manscaping razor shit fell through, I am now going to test it on the general reason, which commonly
But you have not yet.
I have.
Oh, you
I
did?
have,
Okay.
Yes. So I'm doing the test run,
Okay.
applying a small amount and seeing how the body reacts. Because
You're going to leave a neat little design in there?
I didn't go that far.
You should do a lightning bolt. Like Harry
that's
It was
on my
hard
head.
enough just
Yep.
to roll the dice and slather it on and fucking
Sure.
just see what happened, But then I realized, do I want 2 weeks of like a fucking rug burn on my scrotum? No, I don't.
No.
That sounds really miserable. So I'm taking. I slowed down a little. Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
Pump the brakes.
So
Pump
how's the
brakes.
test patch? Did it burn?
What? Not. I think it's fine. And
Okay.
the thing is, I did a lot of research online. I do have a sensitive brand of the hair removal creams. Like typically, it's like you can use it.
Okay. I thought you were going to...
You can use it in more areas than you could normally use
Okay.
the stuff instead of just legs, which are fairly
I thought
thick.
you were going to say I have a sensitive brand of penis, so I need to be careful about the cream
Dude.
that goes on it.
He is a gentle fella. Spooks easily.
Cries a lot.
He'll throw up. Watch out.
Oh, look out.
So,
I got a llama. It spits.
but everyone's skin's different. Everyone reacts differently. So I'm not saying this is a sort of engagement or endorsement of everyone go buy a hair removal cream. But I will report back once I have tested it on the full landscape.
Well, I'm not. I don't want a hairless region. I want a well manicured region. I don't
think
want
there's-
hairless.
There's about a half inch above the dick, below, and then everything below that can be gone. All the hair a half inch up. So you go a half inch above the dick. Everything below that
You're
line.
going to reverse Amish.
What? No.
Oh, no, I just made that up. It sounded
Yeah.
because you know how they don't have the beard.
To me, it would remind me of like if you looked at me from the front, it would be like Elephant Man meets Guile from Street Fighter. So got Elephant Man trunk going on, and then Guile from Street Fighter's hair goes up.
Okay, all right.
And that's all trimmed down short, anyways, like
All right.
cropped nice and neat. But like the boys, the fucking grumpy old men, they can be buttery smooth, man. I would prefer that.
See, I have almost no hair on my balls.
That's so weird.
I get strays, and that's about it. It's
Oh,
all it's all
man.
above.
I
the
wish
balls.
I had
you'll
no
go
hair
through
on my
puberty
balls.
like we all
awesome.
did.
It's
Someday.
awesome.
That other testicle will descend,
Dude,
and then they
so-
will start growing hair.
Well, so as far as puberty and testosterone goes, I mean, I got a little bit of extra that going on, but it is nice not being a super hairy fella because I'm not very hairy.
It's a trade-off. Your balls are smoother,
Mhm.
less success growing facial hair.
Yes, yeah, because this shit sucks. This is garbage
You're
beard,
right.
but I'll take it.
I was gonna say you're trying though, and that's what counts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch the face for the foreseeable future.
Don't worry.
Speaking of the foreseeable future, do we have alien news yet, or what? Have those people gotten?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
that's
Area
gonna be
51.
next.
When is
next
that?
weekend.
That's actually
Next
going to
week?
be a week from yesterday.
I am pumped.
So
If
we
any
have
of you-
still?
I wish, dude.
I think that's Saturday. Is that right? I think it's the 21st.
Yeah.
If any of you are listening,
And that is
What
Saturday.
the fuck happened to the memes on that?
That are
That
going.
shit was absolute
It
gold.
was great. It was great.
It's gold.
We'll
and
get
now they're
some more.
gone.
We'll get some more.
I
we'll
hope
have
so.
a refresher after
because
hope
the
so.
CIA is silencing it all.
I just like thinking that a general had to be explained to exactly what the fuck a Naruto runner is. I mean, I love that imagery in my head.
What do they mean when they say "do it for the vine"?
Right? What the fuck?
All right, well, cool. Something to look forward to next
Yeah,
week.
Yeah,
absolutely.
right?
We'll have some news developing on that. I'm sure that means some people have started going
Showing
out there,
up,
right?
right?
Yeah, claiming their spot, Coachella style.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've got to
Oh,
start
yeah.
getting some trickling of the reports.
I think there probably will be.
Time
Yeah.
to check that
You gotta be
Twitter
locking down on
Definitely.
that shit.
Hashtag Storm Area 51, right?
Yeah,
I'm gonna look that shit up.
yeah. It's a good idea.
Not right
should
now.
track that as
I'm
it
not good at
goes.
multitasking.
Fucking Russ is
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here
yeah.
looking all
Yeah.
dubious
I can't
and shit
do
about the Area 51.
Oh, of
Yeah.
course. That's shit's fucking nonsense.
Dude, it's where to come.
No.
Just wait, man.
The memes are
Next
good.
week.
The memes are great. I love them.
The lid's gonna be blown off of reality.
Sure. I'm waiting for next month when we go talk to the machine elves.
Don't say things like that when I'm drinking coffee.
I can't help it.
So the Manscaping Razor Quest has been altered. It is now the hair
lotion.
removal cream.
No, the turtle.
experiment.
The quest for the turtle shell.
It's the request for the turtle shell.
The quest for the turtle
I
shell.
don't understand that at all. But
Smooth like a baby turtle.
okay.
Yeah,
Although I think all turtles are probably pretty
Smooth like a couple of eggs.
baby turtles
down
are
there.
extra smooth.
extra smooth.
Extra
Right on.
smooth.
Eggs don't have indentations at all in them, though. Right?
Yeah, no, you just want to fill it with Botox.
Secondly, the
Completely-
THC experiment I think is going well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which was the more CBD THC in line with each
Mhm.
other in ratio and lower quantities.
Yin yang weed.
I find that I can get, like earlier, we smoked a joint and I was talking about how high I was. But even though I knew how stoned I was, and it was pretty good, I didn't feel the anxiety and uncomfortableness that would normally accompany it. It's not a great litmus because we are also doing the thing that I think we should be doing when I'm stoned, which is talking and having discussions.
Mm-hmm.
It's usually when I'm not doing those things and I'm high that I start feeling that way. So
Man, I never have a real, like, I've only experienced it once or twice, but I never have that real paranoia kind of feeling
I
from
don't get
the
paranoid.
weed.
I
Or,
What's
I
gonna
never
be
have
paranoid
either
about?
until the last time I smoked, and then I had a little bit of that paranoia.
Like, what are you? What
I
is-
don't know. You said the CBD thing.
I get anxious,
Anxious.
anxiety. That's
Well,
I don't
I
get
mean-
paranoia.
Yeah.
People get paranoid because they're anxious about shit. So, I mean, they go hand in hand. I feel one leads to the other.
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily at all.
Yeah.
They're two
Right.
different feelings.
So I don't have any of those adverse effects from smoking the weeds.
That's fair.
The
I-
stronger it is, like, it's fine. But, I mean, that could change. I don't know.
I took
You
a
smoke
long.
way more weed than I
Yeah.
do.
I do smoke a lot of weed.
Yeah, I, mean,
I took a
think
really long sabbatical, and when I came back, man, that shit fucked me up since legalization.
Well, you know, it keeps getting stronger and stronger.
Yeah, not used to it.
It's like a real drug now.
Yeah, we made it Schedule 1. Good fucking job, science.
Well, you know, they took brontosauruses and robot butlers, so it had to give us something.
mega weed.
So I want to go back to kind of
Brought to you
bathroom
by your
habits.
Brontosaurus butler.
If only.
That'd be sweet.
That's the future, guys.
The Brontosaurus
Mega weed
butler.
brought to you by your Brontosaurus butler.
Dude, dinosaur servants.
God, where's the future I want?
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to like leave where he's at. He just like
Just
long
stretches his neck over there.
grabs the bag, long necks.
I'm
over
just
to
chilling
you.
over in
Here
the other
you
room.
go.
He
Have
can
a-
talk too in this future.
Have a star leaf.
You could have a
So
giraffe
they're,
butler.
what they called? Star
In the
leaves?
future, they're called
Starflower? What is it? Come on.
Tree stars.
Tree
Tree
stars.
stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring me
Yeah,
some
yeah.
tree stars. Oh, man.
So I'm gonna go back to the bathroom.
Take me to the land before dawn.
Take me to the bathroom. So I've got this bursitis thing going on in my knee. We talked about that a little bit earlier. So basically, I just can't bend my knee, and it kind of hurts to put pressure on it. That being said,
Popping a squat might be tough.
pooping is fucking difficult, man. Getting adequate cheek spread, because basically I have to grab my towel rack and like lower myself slowly without falling and without being able to aim. Man, it's terrifying.
rough.
Taking a poop is scary. Yeah. Imagine you're like a Ken doll with only one what do they call
Articulated?
one articulating knee. So one of them's just kind
You're
of
a
sticking
dollar
way the
store
fuck
Ken
out.
doll.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a dollar store Ken doll. Yeah, the fat one. Man, it's risky business.
If
I
you
don't
do it
wanna
in the
live in a world where pooping is scary.
Yeah, dude. Neither do I.
if you do it in the shower, you could do it standing up.
I'm not gonna
Problem
poop in the
solved.
shower.
Gross.
I'm not gonna waffle stomp.
Just waffle stomp it right down the drain.
No, it's just not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. The only time pooping in the shower is ever acceptable if it's an accident. Peeing in the shower, on the other
I've been
hand.
doing it wrong then, I guess. You guys take everything I say way too seriously.
It's so gross. Why would you say that?
Because it's funny.
I guess, but
Peeing in the shower though is a different
Dude,
thing.
yeah,
I think that's
no
necessary.
grumpers in the shower, bro.
No.
No grumpers.
I like calling them grumpers. That's
I know.
fun.
It's fun. There's a lot of fun names for taking a poo, like making wolf bait, your own action figure, seeing a man about a horse, grumpers,
Seeing a man about a horse.
seeing a man about a horse.
What's that come from?
It's old.
I don't
Old
know.
colloquialism for
I don't-
taking a poop.
I guess I've never
Making
heard
wolf bait.
That
You know?
one I haven't heard.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I have a poop gun in Borderlands 3.
Oh, does it fire turds?
It fires stuff that does radiation damage, but essentially it's
Shit.
But it looks like shit. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like the bio gun from Unreal Tournament.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So this one is sentient as far as it has like a AI system inside of it and talks to me
well.
while I'm doing stuff.
Only living things need to poop, so.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
It's pretty amusing. I got it from a porta potty.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
That game. So I was talking to Andy about it. It's so you have not played any of the Borderlands.
I have played, I think Borderlands 2.
Okay, and you've played.
I did
One,
not beat it
two,
or anything. I've
and
just
I played a
parts
bit
it.
of the in-betweener.
The prequel.
The pre-sequel, yeah.
Yeah, that's its own game.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
literally its own game. But yeah, you guys just did that recently, didn't you?
Yeah.
Or was that Mike mostly?
No, I replayed through with Justin. He came over and
That's right.
it was a lot of fun. I forgot how much fun couch co-op is. Sitting down with a
Yeah.
buddy in the same room.
Especially a game of
Smoking
Borderlands
it,
where like
yeah.
you don't necessarily need the other person doing
Yeah.
Mhm.
anything. That
No,
you
like, well, I mean, at certain
Yeah, it's not
points,
like tactically based.
at certain points,
helps.
I would.
Sure.
It does help because Justin's running off and he's like, "Oh, I'm picking up like money and shit over here." And it's like, "Great, dude, that's awesome."
I'm
Cover
dying.
me.
There's 3 badasses.
Yeah.
and I'm getting
I
stomped.
I got waffle stomped. Right, and we all know what that means now. Thank you.
Squish,
But
squish.
I got waffles, and I was like, dude, I have a because they take a percentage of your money when you die,
Yeah.
and you're gathering a gun that's $1,500. I just lost 20,000
Mm-hmm.
because I died because you weren't there.
Yeah,
Get your head out of your
The
ass.
game increases the toughness and the amount of enemies based on how many people are there. So if you have a second
Mhm.
with you,
Mm.
it makes every fight tougher. But he's not there helping you beat that fight because he's off digging around. But anyways, enjoyable games. I really love Borderlands 2.
Yeah.
But the villain they had from Borderlands 2 was Handsome Jack.
Yeah,
And the voice acting, the storyline writing, just the comedy all came together so
fun,
well
so much fun.
that it was absolutely a delight to play and have that back and forth. They have the Calypso twins in Borderlands 3, and so far they don't hold a flame to Handsome Jack and his notoriety. But what's even worse is that they're doing this whole thing where the Calypso twins they're both sirens, they're brother and sister. So they're like Firehawk from
Mhm.
Borderlands 2.
Lilith,
yes.
I believe her name is. Yeah,
But they're claiming they're gods in a manner to where they're like social media influencers and all the psychos on Pandora and stuff are their
Their
followers,
audience.
their audience, and stuff like that. And it's playing really heavily off of the trends that social media influencers do, which you think would like you might think would resonate with me because they're making fun of that whole process and how ridiculous it is. But I just find myself detaching and being irritated that it's in this game at all
because
I don't
within the
irritates
satire,
you.
you're forced to suffer it.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's exactly it. I mean, they're satiring this cultural movement that's happening, and I just don't want to be subjected to any of it ever, even in satire.
This was supposed to be a game.
Fucking hate that shit. They'll say something that I know that real social media influencers and personalities
I had to
say,
have
and I
my
just get
girlfriend
angry.
explain to me what the fuck a social media influencer was, and I was like, "Well, why do people do it?" And they're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "What? Why? Why the fuck do I give a fuck? Why the fuck do I care what Khloe Kardashian says or some
Because-
asshole on The Bachelor?
Because she
why do
makes
I
a
care?"
fuckload of money on Instagram.
It's okay. There's two different scenarios that I see.
You know.
If you're famous for doing like a thing, like you're a professional actor
Or an athlete
Mhm.
or
or
something.
an athlete or something like that, and then people also follow your social media stuff because they are attracted to your what you became famous for.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I would want to do it, but there's times that I find it amusing to read like a comedian that I like's tweet or what have you. But when you have someone that is only famous because a lot of people like them on YouTube, like I don't understand it. I don't understand like what there had to have been some sort of catalyst that turned them into somebody that's famous.
We're watching.
yeah.
My girlfriend and I were watching The Bachelor,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Well, the whole point of this is to go on and find your partner or your what have you, right?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, a lot of people join just to boost their careers,
Yeah.
so
Oh, yeah.
get them out there so they can be a social
Big
media
time.
influencer." And that's when I had to have her explain exactly
Yep.
what the fuck that
What-
was.
It's exposure.
Yeah, and that's
what it boils
all
down
it
to.
is. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, enough people like see you, and then it builds up
Oh,
like
yeah.
this catalyst, and it's like, oh, people just start taking your suggestions and buying the sunglasses you wear because I know that guy.
You
He was on
know,
that show.
You know Snooki from the Jersey Shore?
Yeah.
She still maintains a large amount of wealth because she advertises on Instagram. You know,
Well,
It almost seems like it can be distilled to. You always remember people when you were growing up joking like, I'd let people advertise on me for cash or whatever.
Mhm.
We've gotten into an age where like people are billboards
Yeah.
or people want to be billboards.
Yeah.
And I think those Instagram influencers are just like people who want to be those billboards.
it's not just it's for Instagram. Yes, if like these people got big on Instagram, then yeah, it's just that. Like they usually built a platform and now they're using it to advertise. Whereas you do have influencers like what's one like Casey Neistat. You guys know him from
Yes.
YouTube?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
mm.
So I mean, he got huge. Like his following got huge, but it's because he was doing awesome stuff, like beautiful drone footage. Like he was one of the first people to start doing like actual film camera trickery
So-
for his YouTube channel.
I almost feel like that might be a case, or the rarer case of if you build it, they will come.
I don't. So I think that there's been a transition.
Mm-hmm.
So the if you build it, they will come has been around on the internet for quite some time.
Right.
Your Philip DeFranco's, your Casey Neistats, your PewDiePie's, like all the big influencers, right?
Right.
That's been around for a while, but lately, because the internet is being recognized by traditional media, you're now seeing this transition where The Rock is suddenly number one on Instagram and Twitter, and Will Smith creates a YouTube channel.
Fuck that guy.
Will Smith doesn't need to create a YouTube channel. He's already massively successful, but he can, and he can make a giant platform for advertisers.
Mhm.
You know, so I think the traditional media guys are getting into it now because it's become more relevant than their traditional field of work.
Yeah.
Where I get confused is that it feels like some people are famous online just because they're famous online.
Well, yeah,
Like,
it's
100%. But a
what
lot
have
of those
they done?
not for like Logan Paul,
That's
the
one I
Pauls,
like.
the
Like,
Paul brothers.
Has he done what was he before he
So,
was Logan Paul? of
He's
YouTube?
actually another case of the old guard that moved into YouTube earlier than the rest of them. Because he and his brother were on the Disney Channel.
Okay, so they were actors on the Disney Channel. So they
Yeah.
had a following of fans from their time on
They
the
had a
Disney
base
Channel?
to jump off from.
What were they? Who is this?
The Paul brothers, Logan Paul and Jake Paul. They're really
Nope.
big on YouTube.
If you don't know them, good.
Yeah,
Okay.
good for
Yeah.
you. You're not any wiser for ever having watched their content.
Hot damn! I did something right on the internet.
Yeah, there
Look
you
at
go.
me.
But
By
they
avoiding the
By
internet.
staying off, yeah.
but they were Disney stars, so it gave them kind of a base to.
That's a
to
huge
start
jumping
from.
off point. It's massive.
It's big time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
they're-
they didn't
they're
have to
Disney
start from
actors.
scratch.
That's
But there are a lot of people that started from scratch.
well.
Like,
That's my question. So when I browse trending
Mhm.
on the YouTube page, and
Yeah.
I'm seeing like person I've never heard of that has like they're not musicians, they're not actors,
Yeah.
and they're like, come take a look at the house that this other person that I just married and I are moving into,
Mhm.
and there's like 6 million views for it. Am I just ill-informed that those people had some sort of base to jump off from initially, or are these literally just people?
Sometimes, but so there are a lot of people that have been working on building an audience for a long time, and you might be seeing that because the YouTube algorithm is going to say, well, this person has had an average viewership of 100,000 views per video or whatever, and then suddenly it jumps, and that's going because of the increase in viewership versus what they normally are. That's when they're going to be shown up on trending, because YouTube is going to capitalize on the fact that now these people have made it, right? So we're going to give them another jumping off point so they can be even bigger, so we can advertise on their channel.
Well, yeah. Once that hits
So
once
some of
you
it's
hit
artificial.
a critical mass of so many people,
Yeah.
like that, it's going to get around.
Well,
that much
especially
more, right?
yeah,
I mean,
especially if you're family friendly and that kind of
Yeah.
stuff, then you are going to be artificially boosted on the platform as good for advertising.
So then, what I would argue is at some point you would hope that people would realize that their content is fucking garbage,
you would hope,
and they wouldn't keep watching their stuff.
Here's
But
the-
look at
here's the
look at
thing,
TV. 90% of it is daytime judge
That's it,
shows and reality TV.
I don't even know what's on cable
Yeah,
television.
nothing of quality. I mean, you have your AMCs that are making good content, HBO, like your more cinematic, more traditional television channels. And while those shows do take off, and we are considered to be in another golden era of television,
I don't know. With some shows, yeah, but like I'll
Mm-hmm.
see advertisements because I have that CBS streaming thing, and so when I'll watch some live shit every once
Yeah.
in a while, mostly football these days. But I'll see like advertisements for shows coming out on CBS primetime. I'm like, this is fucking trash.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're down to. It's like, oh look, I'm a doctor, but I'm a 40-year-old intern coming in. That's
also-
weird, right? I'm a 40-year-old resident. That's strange.
Well,
It's like
so I know you kind of like
like
it.
they're scraping the bottom of the barrel, and
I
I have pretty low bars when it comes to TV.
Well, you do. That's true. Because I was going to bring up the fact that I know you kind of like it. But like The Big Bang Theory,
I love The Big Bang
that
Theory.
was the biggest television show, like maybe of all time in viewership.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's not.
It's all right.
So
I find it very, very unpalatable.
Also, like,
this is hilarious, though. I got to bring this
Okay,
up real
yeah.
quick. I searched for like currently running TV shows. There's an article from like September 5th. It's like best TV shows right now, what to watch, and the list goes down. Starting at the top is an Amazon show, Netflix
Yeah.
show, Netflix show,
Mhm.
Netflix show, HBO.
they have more funding and none of the
HBO,
constraints of being on cable.
Showtime. Like, there's not a single. You have
Yeah.
to go all the way down to like number, like 10 or 11 or something before
Mhm.
you hit like the CW.
Right. And for every Breaking Bad there is out there, a TV show that really takes off and resonates with the general public, you have 40 survivors.
and going back to
What
that,
the
like,
fuch wrong with Survivor?
Fuck.
It's
I
reality
love
television.
Survivor.
Dude, that
I'm just
really
saying.
started the
Okay,
reality
like,
TV show.
that's the one I can
craze.
get behind Josh on. I love
Yeah.
Survivor.
I did
Survivor's
too.
so much fucking fun to
It's
watch.
cool.
Sure.
I mean, like it's being some shit's being set up and stuff like that. You just gotta who fucking cares?
Yeah, but on its
Look at
like
these
30th
people-
season, who gives a shit anymore?
No, because they keep finding these people, man. These people. And it's like you're on national television and you're willing just to be like the biggest trash bag person you
But
can
they're
be.
doing it
and
on
it's-
purpose,
And I'm
dude.
fine with that.
They're
It's
doing it on
okay.
purpose because
I like the
af-
depravity. I
after
like it.
after Survivor, they're gonna have a huge following on fucking Instagram.
So,
I don't necessarily mind that aspect of like the Survivor premise and the stupid shit that goes
Yeah.
on the show, but then when you have to combine that with watching it on a platform that forces you to watch advertisements every
Right.
fucking 4 minutes.
yes, that
And
is
then-
very frustrating.
All it is,
Uh,
all it does is drive advertising.
I'm a bit of like I guess you call it like a purist when it comes to Survivor, in that I like the idea of a game show where you take a group of people, isolate them
See
in
what
the
happens.
elements, have some cool obstacle challenges to determine who is like safe from being kicked off,
Mhm.
and let them go.
Have you ever watched Naked
I think that's
and
very
Afraid?
fun. Naked, I've heard of it, but I haven't watched it. No.
Because that's a better Survivor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But back to the why are people watching videos with like no content in them, and why are those wildly popular? I don't know how pervasive this dynamic is in watching, but I've experienced firsthand like seeing people who it doesn't matter what they're watching,
Yeah.
as long as they're watching something.
Sure.
Like they don't give a fuck
Mhm.
as long as something is moving and making sound in front of them. And I wonder how much of these videos are people like that.
There's also
Just
the
auto playing shit, right?
well, there's a little bit of that for sure.
Yeah, sometimes
'cause
YouTube
autoplay is on
gets
by
away
default.
from me when I fall asleep. You
Mhm.
know.
Yeah, if you have autoplay on by default, I don't.
Right.
I like to choose each video. I like to curate my own videos.
Sure.
I've found myself viewing some of those videos though. You know, I have watched a Jake Paul video or two, just to find out what it is.
Mhm.
You know, I'd heard of it, didn't understand what the content was. It wasn't quality content, so I stopped watching it. But as far as like the new house tour shit like that, the kind of stuff you see on trending all the time, I think people love that stuff. Like they eat that stuff up because it shows them it shows them what they want.
Here's
right?
an example. Though. I'm not okay. Yeah, people like seeing nice houses and stuff, but here's a better example. Bring up YouTube trending. Here's one 1.8 million views. It says, "Who's my favorite sibling?" Brent Riviera.
And that's a lot in YouTube terms, right? 1.8.
That's a
It's a
decent
good amount.
That's solid.
Okay.
I don't know who Brent Riviera is. I don't think he's an actor or he's definitely not an athlete. He's just a YouTube person. Why would I give a fuck who his favorite sibling is? Why is there a 7.5 minute video about who his favorite sibling is?
Because he needed content for that day. He has a subscriber base that he needs to make a video for on a daily basis.
So maybe it was a video you just phoned in and people watched
No,
out of habit.
sure, there's a lot of that. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
But because it came from somebody that has a lot of subscribers, it's going to show up on trending.
God, then the circle jerk that happens.
It's
in
all
YouTube
random,
videos
man.
Is also
Yeah.
there. It's like somebody releases a video, then somebody's got to release a video
Of reviewing that
of
video.
reviewing that video
Yep.
or
And then
disproving that
reacting
video.
to that
video.
React to that video,
Dude, so it's
Reaction videos.
it's
What
so
the
s-
fuck is that?
So sometimes
question.
reaction videos are. Sometimes I like reaction videos, but in general, it's going to be like the React channel.
21-minute video of the Try Guys drawing their favorite YouTubers.
Yeah.
That's trash. Why is that wasting data?
So that's trash. But some of the Try Guys stuff is actually really fascinating and entertaining. I mean, like one of the Try Guys recently did like an experimental fucking hair implant surgery or hair restoration surgery, and I kind of want to follow up on that.
Get that Bosley.
I don't know what that is.
It's a hair growth.
Yeah. Been around for a while.
Oh, this guy did some like laser cutting and shit in his head.
Bosley
New stuff.
2.0.
Yeah, it's the new system. So I kind of want to follow up on that. So
Bosley.
they do make
now
some
we got lasers.
decent content sometimes.
Last to leave the ramen noodle pool wins $20,000.
Mm-hmm. But then you, fortunately,
I'll
do
sit in
see
a pool of ramen
Is
for
that
20 grand.
It's a pool full of ramen noodles.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And you just got to stand in it
yeah.
for 20 grand?
It's not still hot, is
I
it?
don't know, man. You can watch the 14.5 minute long video to find out what it's about. What it comes down to is you have a popular YouTube that's making ludicrous
Yeah.
Couldn't you
amounts
just
of
tell me
money.
what happens?
I haven't watched the fucking video, but you make ludicrous amount of money. You can just do dumb shit.
Yep.
And stretch it out to be like, oh, let's fill a pool full of ramen noodles and sit in it for 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, and the first 8 minutes of that's going to be preamble and like buy our merch and shit like that.
I think the same guy did the thing that like I've always thought about doing if I was like filthy rich, which is going to a car dealership buying all the cars and then like giving them away, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is like, I clicked on the video, I was like, fuck, I've always wanted to do that.
Mhm.
That'd be really neat. But then it's filled because it's like a 15-minute video
Mhm.
with them being stupid fucking YouTube personalities.
Yeah.
Making dumb jokes for fucking children,
Mhm.
I assume, because it's not fucking funny to me. Being overly dramatic, just overall stupid. Every production quality of every video that's on YouTube is almost identical because there's a popular way of doing it
Yep.
that has worked, and then everyone copies it.
There's a way to work the algorithm.
Yeah.
So, and he makes it 15 minutes so he can get a pre-roll ad and 2 mid-roll ads.
Well,
right?
I feel like
So-
that's really dragging down on quality as a whole.
Sure.
It's like trying to find, let's just hit the lowest common denominator.
The nice
right?
thing about
How
YouTube
many,
is you have a choice.
how many demographics can we hit with this? Well, I mean, just like we were talking about TV, and that's its main point. Is like TV shows aren't made for a group of people anymore. They're made for everybody, and which means nobody likes them.
That's how
I
movies
mean-
are going.
Right?
I don't know about nobody.
But
Yeah. We don't.
yeah.
It's definitely not. Yeah, if it was nobody, then they wouldn't exist.
Yeah, and
Well, that's
these...
why TV shows don't make it more than a season or two anymore, right? There's no longevity to them. There's no falling in love with the characters.
I don't know if it's become a more common trend for seasons of television. that
Yeah, I
only
can't
last
speak
a
to that
season.
because I haven't watched like
Yeah, I don't really watch
TV
TV
in
anymore.
years.
You
like
think about all the
regular
ones
TV.
that run on the subscription services, and people want them to keep continuing.
Right.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones
Oh,
is
yeah.
8 seasons. Stranger Things is going to 4 seasons.
Going to 4.
So you guys know how Netflix is going to be combating like Disney Plus and that stuff?
What their plan is to keep
By
viewership
streaming,
To keep
relevant?
viewership?
by
No.
streaming all the Disney shit illegally and telling
No.
Disney to fuck off.
So what their plan is, it looks like, is they are no longer going to be releasing episodic content all at once.
Oh, they're gonna go to the weekly format or something.
Yes.
Yeah, that's I don't know.
Kind of
See how that
unfortunate,
treats
but
them.
they're trying to bring down the binge watch because what more
It's so much smarter as a business model.
Dude,
to
oh,
not
so much, of
release all
course.
the- like
Yeah.
you're making them pay for their subscription longer. Like
100% because what most people end up doing is they watch everything all at once. They wait
And
until
then
they have
quit
like
their subscription.
exactly. So they watch everything in a month and they quit their subscription until there's enough content to come back.
I do that shit.
Oh,
once,
yeah.
once they offer me a free membership, I'll take on it,
Yep.
and then I'll cancel it,
Mhm.
and then wait for them to offer it to me again.
And the nice thing is I like this idea because one, I enjoy the
Mhm.
anticipation of waiting for the next episode to come out, and if it's only a week, that's about like the limits of how long I reasonably
Yeah.
want to wait. I don't want to have to wait a year or multiple years.
Mm-hmm.
But the nice thing is that you still have the added benefit of that when it does release, you have easy access to watch it whenever you
Yeah.
want. So it's still got that convenience.
I like having that all at once.
So
It is nice.
No, because I don't want to sit down and watch the first episode
Yeah.
of the new season of Daredevil or
Sure.
what have you. I want to sit down and watch 3 or 4 episodes
That being
and
said-
dive into this.
I remember growing up and watching TV when I would have to wait for a week-to-week basis. I find myself remembering those things better in detail
Mhm.
because you're so isolated on one part of that story for the week.
I can give you that. I can give you that.
Like, there's a lot when I'm binging where I'll just
I have
flat
to
out
rewatch
miss
it.
it.
Have to
see,
rewatch it.
I'm
Missed it
the
the first
opposite.
time.
I'm the opposite. I will forget half of what happened in the last episode by the time the new episode comes out in a week.
Right.
No, that's not true. You got to think like so. Game of Thrones is a bad example because it sucked. But think about Better Call Saul. That was a delight to wait each week. The countdown for the next
That's
episode
true.
of Better Call Saul.
That's
came
true. Oh
out.
yeah, no, there are some shows that I definitely I'm okay with the weekly format. One show that I'm not okay with not being able to binge watch is Stranger Things because every new season that's come out, I've watched it all in one sitting.
Oh, see, I almost watch that episodically anyways because I'll watch an episode and then I get up and I go do other shit.
Well, except for season 2, you and I watched all but the last episode in one sitting.
I'm not going to deny I enjoy a good binge watch.
Yeah,
I just think there's also something to be said about that anticipation week.
yeah, for sure.
There's definitely
I don't know,
something
like,
said
dude,
for
if
that.
I had to watch that, I think episode 7, season 2 of Stranger Things, that Callie episode, like, dude, if I couldn't have watched a good episode of Stranger Things right after
Right
that,
after, yeah.
I would have been pissed off
Bad
all
taste in the
fucking
mouth.
week.
Mhm.
And that's where the problem comes from. Is like, I mean, you mentioned Game of Thrones and it being sucky, especially in the 8th season. Rest in peace. But
No, not rest in peace.
rest in power.
No.
Rest in
terribly.
discontent.
But
Yeah.
like there was like several episodes where I was just pissed off for a week, and I was like, "You better fucking redeem yourself next week." And like it didn't happen. I don't know.
Alternatively, you can just wait until the show is done airing, and then binge watch it.
You
Yeah.
can do that.
Fuck that.
But that's the alternate. So
Then people
But
fucking talk about it,
That's,
and
that's
then
what I was
fucking
going to say
miss
is
it.
fucking spoilers. When you work with as many people as I do, you
No,
will
dude,
hear
fuck
spoilers
that. No, I
all
feel like that's a
damn
mistake
day.
on Netflix's part, honestly. I mean,
I'm
get
okay
it.
with it for most.
I get it why, like, for all the reasons you explained, why it makes sense. However, I feel like more people are going to be like me and just pissed off about it.
Yeah,
if
probably.
they still make good content that you want to watch, you'll suck it up and you'll
Oh, yeah,
ingest
people
it
put up
however
with
they want
Mhm.
to feed it to you.
And honestly, it's just going to give them more of a
I
budget.
feel like Netflix has gotten ahead by doing things other companies don't do. And
Like
if they,
what? Because now everybody does this.
Yeah.
Now everybody has a Netflix model.
Yeah, it's because
It's because of Netflix.
it
Though.
Yeah.
worked.
Yeah.
It worked really fucking well. So
Yeah.
now they need to innovate again. That's
Instead
how.
of following
Yeah,
Disney,
instead of
is
just
what
like,
he's saying,
oh
I
well,
think.
we'll just go back to an older fucking way to do this. Fucking
Yeah.
innovate.
But you know what's
I mean,
you know
I
what's
guess
happening is the
it's
old
easy
way.
for me to say sitting, here on this side of the TV screen.
Yes, Josh, think of the next great Netflix
Go.
that revolutionized the way we consume.
Well, like,
multimedia.
That's why they have all that fucking money to pay for people who can think
They
of
don't
that
have any
shit.
money. They spend it all on trying to make more shows for
Yeah.
you to watch
Yeah,
That's why they need to release them weekly.
because they charge you a pittance.
Well, they need to
access
release them-
millions of dollars of content.
charge me nothing.
They need to release them weekly so you can't afford to go to another platform is what they need to do, and that's what they're doing. Because nobody's going to be like, oh, I'm going to sign up for another. Like,
No, they'll just bounce around from
Yeah.
streaming service to streaming service. This month
That's what
I'll
they're gonna-
watch on
yeah.
Netflix. Next month
Mhm.
I'll buy Hulu, and the next time I'll get Amazon. And
that's usually what I do. Is I
Except for
will
Amazon.
only allow myself to have two streaming services going simultaneously.
everyone has Amazon Prime.
Dude, well, yes, like everyone.
They're talking about, I think, Joe Rogan.
Yep.
50% or something of households.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 51% of all households have Amazon Prime.
I actually just
fucking
canceled
insane.
my free membership. My month was up. Like,
I
today.
double dip a little bit because it also means Twitch Prime membership.
Yeah,
Mm.
which is nice.
It is nice because you get free shit for your games, like DLC and all that. I mean, obviously not free; you're paying for it, but it's one of the perks. So I double dip because I don't order a lot from Amazon. Like I order some.
I don't order enough.
I don't order enough to
Right, like, that's
legitimize
the
my
thing,
Amazon Prime
is-
membership. Yeah,
every time I order something, which is very few and far between,
Mhm.
they're like, "Do you want it tomorrow?
Yeah.
You can have a free trial of Amazon Prime and
Right.
get it tomorrow, or
Yeah.
you can wait 2 to 4 weeks." And I'm like, "Give me
Mhm.
that free trial."
The concept that we can order stuff offline and have it arrive the next day is both amazing and extremely frustrating to me.
yeah. It's terrifying.
It's the amount of resources required to make
Yeah.
that possible. You're like,
Comes at a cost.
well, a huge cost.
You guys
Mostly a human one at
Right.
the workhouses.
Yep.
The human environment, you figure those two things are going to suffer the most to make sure you get your thing tomorrow.
Mhm.
I don't remember this short story, but I'm sure there's multiple with this theme. But it's about a village that's like, or like the society that's all super perfect,
Mhm.
but there's a lottery system, and if you're called in this lottery, you're like sacrificed, and it's
Hunger Games.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
that, but
Logan's
Battle
Run.
Royale.
but like the overtness of the lottery and shit is like super hidden. It's not as much as in Hunger Games, right? Like in Hunger Games, everybody knows
That's their
what's
society,
going on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Here it's like it's in the shadows,
Mhm.
and it's only like a few people that know what's going on.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it relates to like this thing that at what cost? What cost do you have to pay in order to have a nice society or
Well,
a society
yeah.
that most people can
The
benefit
needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
from? But the catch
or the
is
one.
the catch is having your shit tomorrow a need.
No, almost
No.
never.
So that's the
Right.
thing.
And most of the time, you can get the thing that you're gonna get tomorrow today if you just left your house.
You know what I want most out of Amazon? To pay its fucking taxes. That's
Yeah.
what I want
Oh,
out of
okay.
Amazon.
There you go.
Sure.
That's. I mean, I could say that about every major
Yeah.
institution.
Yeah, I want them to
It's
pay
just
their
like-
fucking taxes too.
Mhm.
I do. Why can't they?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's what I want most out of Amazon, though.
Yes.
Yeah, I lose 25% of my income.
Yeah.
To state and income taxes and Social Security. I know that Amazon doesn't lose 25%
No.
of all the money
No.
it makes.
No, it doesn't. It paid $0 in taxes last year.
I'm an American resident, American citizen, but I have a residency in the Cayman, so I pay nothing too. It's nice. You guys should look into it.
I enjoy paying my taxes as far as that's how our society should function. I just think everyone should be held to that. I get you're joking.
Yeah.
For a minute there, I wasn't sure. Like, I know you had some weird, like, maybe English relatives, and you're going to say, like, I'm dual citizenship.
Well, all of us as members of the 1% all have that convenience.
Yeah. I like to keep my money on my mega yacht.
Yeah.
Just floating in international waters.
Exactly.
No one can touch
Yep.
it but
Mm-hmm.
I like to put mine in a blender, line it up on strippers' asses, and snort it.
Yeah.
All my cash.
We've all been there.
I put mine up on a weather balloon. It's just kind of hovering in the stratosphere.
Oh, that's the safest place for it.
Exactly. I mean, the only people that are going to be able to touch it are the Bezos, and it's not worth their time. So
Who needs a safe?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Putin
that guy
can
that
get to
jumped
it.
out of the thing for an energy drink.
yeah.
Oh, that's
right. For an energy drink. It took me a second because of that.
That guy that jumped from space for an energy drink.
That was pretty cool.
That was super cool.
I showed my dad some really nice drone and GoPro footage today on YouTube, because like I know he's using YouTube probably incorrectly.
Yes.
Like most people do.
Yep.
Yeah,
Probably. Like, no, Dad, look at this cool stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Just look up drone footage and bug fights, and you will never be unhappy on YouTube.
That's how you curate a video list, let me tell you.
The craziest one I saw was you guys probably know his name, famous FPV drone guy, John FPP, something like that.
Okay.
Know what I'm talking about?
Sure, why not?
I don't.
I've just started like checking out the channels and stuff.
I can
I
get
learned
it
about
real
it.
quick. I'm gonna look at my YouTube history. It will tell me this gentleman's name. It is Johnny FPV.
Okay.
So he's got a video that I'm pretty sure came out fairly recently, and it opens with him following these monkeys through the treetops.
Awesome.
Dude, it's insane.
That is so cool.
It's such
just
gorgeous.
Just
like,
sounding.
we should bring this up.
Okay.
If
Tango.
This is more. I mean, it doesn't need to be sound.
Yeah, I'm going to turn
Well,
the sound off.
I mean, it's refreshing to see technology being used for something cool.
I saw a dude
I mean,
attack a wasp nest with his drone.
I
He's
saw
like,
that one.
yeah, I got a wasp nest over here. We're gonna see if we can piss these guys off.
Good.
Set up a
fucking
bunch of fucking cameras, and that was fun to watch.
Going at it,
that top one right there.
Steve
Deep in
Irwin
the
style.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Crikey. That guy looks like a douche.
Like,
No,
I know you're
you-
not supposed to follow animals around and stuff like this, but it's just you would never think of somebody being able to capture this footage.
Whoa.
Dude, the drone, it's amazing what you can do. Oh, wow.
No, I'm not kidding. He goes in there and he's following these monkeys around. As
Okay.
That's hard to fly through that shit,
Yeah.
too.
that's fucking awesome.
It's fantastic footage. Of course, they also do the drift cars a little bit later, which is also really cool. My dad had never seen that.
He'd never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
drifting?
No, he'd seen the drones following.
Recorded
Oh,
by
yeah.
Oh,
drones.
that's intense.
Yeah.
They're practically like attached to those cars.
That's the Taj Mahal there.
Gorgeous.
Fucking A.
It's actually the most beautiful representation I've ever seen of that. I've
Yeah.
never looked into it, but seeing that, I'm like, wow, I get why that's renowned.
Yeah, why?
Oh,
it's-
And this
absolutely.
transition is so good. Off the building, into the drift cars.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, my dad never seen
I've got to
anything.
find a way to make that my work. That is just way too cool.
Well, as far as I can tell, this is the guy that has made a pretty big name for drone photography. When he gets referenced in other people's videos and stuff,
Sure.
like people competing in the GoPro
That-
challenges and
Mhm.
whatnot.
That
It's-
control is amazing, and I'm not talking about the car.
yeah, and that's all doing
Yeah.
that stuff that Andy was talking about with the drone
Yeah.
racing. They're running
That's-
the heads up display
Mhm.
on the visor. And
These probably have camera stabilizers on them and shit.
Yeah,
100%.
they have
Oh,
to.
yeah,
That radio goes really fucking far.
So
That's- okay,
That's
so
the
you think-
biggest part of the tech. One of the biggest parts in the tech of
Yeah.
drone is reception.
You think that's crazy? Back out to his main page.
Uh-huh.
This is the one that really showed me. Go down.
Cool. I'm gonna have to subscribe to this channel.
You're gonna have to probably show more upload. Oh no, it's that one right there with the hot air balloons. The second one. This is like the range. I was like, holy shit, this guy is just up there. and he's just cruising around these hot air balloons.
He might actually be in one of those balloons.
That
would
to
be
fair.
That'd be smart.
If you get up
Seems like it
high,
would be dangerous.
that radio distance is
Well, I guess you're with
further
other
out, right?
people.
You know, without shit to get in the way.
Can you imagine sitting in a basket on a hot air balloon with a headset on while you're piloting this?
I'd get
around?
so sick.
You would need to be surrounded by people. Don't let me fall out of this, please.
Well, I said sitting because I don't think
Yeah,
you'd be
you
sitting.
Yeah.
But yeah, that shit was crazy. So
That's bonkers, dude.
It's pretty intense.
I would love
Oh, that's beautiful, huh?
to give one of those heads up displays a shot just because the experience I think would be something pretty unique.
Totally.
The cutting on this video is terrible. Like the how they put the footage together.
Oh.
It's so choppy and jarring. But
Well, I mean, he's good at flying shit. Not, you know, I mean, that's
his other videos he does a lot better. So that one was just
Mhm.
edited poorly in my amateur
Opinion?
doesn't matter opinion.
Well, at the end of the day, the editing doesn't matter too much. It's the content.
I disagree
Who
with that.
who thumbs down? Who puts a thumbs down on this? Like, oh, all this cool shit, and I'm gonna thumbs down it.
52 incels.
Haters gonna hate.
It's
Few
an
cucks.
incel counter. Fucking some cucks thrown in the mix.
Oh man, what is the?
Tom Green. Daddy, would you like some
Some
sausage?
sausage?
Daddy, would you like some sausages?
This one.
What is?
Oh, they don't show like counters anymore. I forgot about that.
Oh.
So
What
this.
that last video did, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. They must have disabled it on here. What? No, this can't be the right one. Neutral response.
All I know is my.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
Baby.
The video neutral response on YouTube always has an even amount. Of course, they don't show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
so it's
That's
really
hilarious.
funny. Yeah, but they've managed to keep that for like 10 years.
It's impressive.
Yeah. Of course, now YouTube changed things, so they only show 461K instead of showing the like down to the last digit.
Down to the last drop.
Well, everybody's trying to remove incentive to push for likes and that kind of stuff. So
Were we talking about Vanta Black last time on the podcast?
yeah, we talked about the Vanta Black BMW.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear they made an even darker material?
How darker than Vanta?
Yeah. It just
No.
I just saw it the other day.
Just
So
absorbs light.
I mean,
Uh,
the Vanta Black does.
this one, MIT engineers have made. It does 99.995% of all light, and I think Vanta Black's like 9.4 or something.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Right.
Wow.
So apparently, everybody was saying that experience of Vanta Black BMW in person was saying that it's the hottest car they've ever gotten into.
Yeah, I thought you actually couldn't. I thought it was Neil deGrasse Tyson that was talking about how the Vanta Black material is like toxic.
Yeah.
Like
It
you're
is.
not supposed to be around it.
Well, you can be around it for like limited exposure. Yeah.
So it's like radioactive.
Just for quick
It's like-
trips to the
I
store.
think it's mildly radioactive,
Oh,
like
God.
just to a slightly unsafe level.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's make a car out of that.
Yeah.
But-
So I also heard about the
Right.
guy. There's a guy that, like, I think might have. I don't know what his relationship is with the guy that made Vanta Black, but he made his own paint that is like, he says is blacker than Vanta Black,
hmm
but his website where you can buy all of his paints and stuff like that specifically has a clause on the bottom like anyone can purchase this except for the guy that invented Vanta Black.
That's
funny.
awesome. Fuck that one guy. Fuck that guy in particular.
Fuck you. You're cool.
You get nothing.
No, but I guess Vanta Black absorbs light so well that it will like make the interior of your car like painful to touch.
Damn.
Yeah.
That seems like a stupid car to buy.
Well, it was just an experiment.
Yeah, right. But apparently there are a few cars out there that are painted in Vanta Black. I have to imagine they're like garaged cars,
Yeah.
probably exclusive to like LA,
Right.
right?
Or Dubai.
Or I was going to say, or Dubai.
Dubai,
right?
yeah, for sure. But I think it was actually Neil deGrasse Tyson on the Joe Rogan podcast that was saying that he's seen one already out in the wild out in LA. So
Yeah, I don't think he knew what he was talking
I
about.
don't think so either. That's what it kind of seemed
Man,
like.
that interview fucking was
Yeah, that's
rough.
dude. The first,
Yeah, I haven't
the
gone back
last
to listen
few
to
were
that.
great, but the
one with the AI
special.
specialist.
So I thought
was
really
really
good.
neat.
I thought I was being like maybe a little overly sensitive to Neil deGrasse Tyson's demeanor and stuff on the Joe Rogan podcast until I immediately saw the internet making memes about him interrupting Joe Rogan all the time. And I'm like, oh, God, okay, I wasn't.
Dude, it was super
crazy.
Apparent to me while I was watching.
Man, that was an irritating interview. And I listened to it. I didn't watch it, but apparently there's some times that Joe Rogan was clearly getting a little frustrated. With
you could see his frustration several times during the interview. Like he looks over at Jamie like, can't get a fucking word in edgewise. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of sucked.
It was just I would have expected him to be a little bit more. I don't remember if we talked about it on the podcast or we talked about it elsewhere.
We talked about Joe Rogan, the interview.
Okay,
and his frustration. Yeah, we talked
playing
about
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah. So I started watching a new series on Netflix today. Well, it's not new on Netflix, but new to me. Called Explained. It's good so far. Made by Vox, which is a little... people are either hot or cold on Vox Media. But I think it's pretty good. I think it brings up some topics that need to be refreshed in people's minds sometimes, like the global water crisis and that kind of thing. But I watched... The first one that I started on was The Mind Explained, which is an offshoot of the regular Explained series. And that stuff I find fascinating. Stuff like psychedelic, the use of psychedelics for, potential cures for anxiety and depression and that kind of thing. And just the use, how it's coming back in our culture. Because I now I hear about it a lot. And I think it's become kind of a bit more mainstream. I mean, Colorado is looking at making psilocybin mushrooms legal.
That's going to be on. That's going to be on our ballot as well.
Is it really?
Next,
for Colorado already decriminalized it.
Denver did. Denver did.
I think it's a reaction to overprescribing people for like depression and shit.
Well, and then just better information on what psychedelics do to the brain. Because it's only been more recently that like additional studies have been allowed.
Yeah.
And now that people are looking at it and people are trying it again. Because, I mean, it's weird. We knew in the 60s and 70s, it was well documented that a lot of people saw their depression and anxiety gone and maintained a less depressed mindset and less anxiousness for months after a single dose.
Anything you
it's
can
building
grow
those new bridges. Like your brain's not producing the happy. It's not getting there. Let's make a new bridge.
It literally opens up neural pathways that had been closed because you get in, especially with depression, you get in like a cyclical issue of depression. You tend to focus on these thoughts repeatedly, and that stops some traffic in the brain.
Well, and from what I understand, psilocybin mushrooms are relatively easy to grow on your own, right?
Yeah.
So it's hard to make money off of shit you can grow in your backyard.
Sure.
Shit you grow on shit.
Yep.
Shit you grow on shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apparently you can grow it on wood.
Damn.
Which is supposed to be the cleanest high. Yeah,
that
and
mushroom
it's supposed to taste
log
a lot
out.
better.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's the problem that I had with mushrooms in my teens is I thought they tasted like shit.
They do.
They do taste
Yeah,
like
dude.
shit.
So, but
That's why you put them in sandwiches.
But
and
I
shit.
smelled
Orange juice, man.
I smelled and tasted some recently. I didn't take any, but it smelled like fucking pasta sauce. It smelled like marinara.
What?
Yeah, it smelled like I thought that I was like, it doesn't smell like that because I was told by a friend that it smelled like that. I'm like, it doesn't fucking smell like that. So I smelled them and I was like, that smells like fucking marinara. Like somebody is like roasting these in marinara first. But it tasted a little bit like that. I just put it in my mouth and I was like, man, I didn't feel like tripping at all. But I was like, man, that tastes like fucking spaghetti.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either. No, mushrooms taste like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an element of powering through.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was always told put it on a peanut butter sandwich that masks most of the flavor.
Orange juice.
No, dude.
Well, I'd always drink orange juice after.
put them in, chomp them up,
Yeah.
slug it down with orange juice. Just get in there.
I always put it on a sandwich. It didn't mask it very well, but I like peanut butter and
My last trip did not go well. I thought I invented myself, that I was a figment of my own mind. So I got a little bit broken there for a minute.
Your fucking boot loop.
Yeah, but the ride was over in the morning, and then I was just a little bit embarrassed. So it was still,
I haven't done them since I was in my teens, so
It's been a long time.
Yes.
Yeah, when I was young and dumb. That was the last time.
Well, I mean, if it can help people, it shouldn't be viewed as like a black and white thing,
Right.
right? I mean,
Definitely more research needs to be put into it.
Yeah.
We should understand these things better.
but up until recently, we haven't even been willing to like, oh no, you can't do research. Up until like the big pot legalization or decriminalization, there was like one college in the United States that could do testing on it, and it's like, what?
It's funny because a lot of conservatives and their argument towards the legalization of marijuana was it's a slippery slope. Turns out it kind of is. Like now we are starting to research and want to better understand other illegal substances. But I think that's a step in the right direction as far as like psychedelics go.
It's also just a kind of a logical thing to be like, people have been saying for a long time through experience that these aren't as bad or as damaging.
Yeah.
And no research has been done to confirm that they are bad or damaging.
Right.
So let's just do the research.
Well, you know, Nixon said it, so it must be true.
Steve Jobs credited his success 100% to psychedelics and drive.
Well, I mean,
he's the entire time he was away from Apple, like after he got let go by the board at Apple.
Didn't he die because he went fucking dumbass on his like
I thought he had
regimen?
cancer.
Yeah, but he was like in remission and shit, and then he like did a bunch of dumb shit to make his cancer come back and kill him.
He went full pseudoscience on it. He did.
Yeah, it was like homeopathy.
I don't mind a blurring of the lines between homeopathy and normal medicine.
And
like
Western medicine.
Why not take the best of both worlds?
I agree.
If you can eat something natural and it can lower your blood pressure, why put a chemical into your body?
Well, sometimes the chemical is needed.
I mean, and if it is, then take it.
You both are vaping. What are you vaping?
Little fucking this thing. It's berry flavored though.
Berry?
Yeah.
I'm vaping.
Man, mine is too fucking loud.
It's called Candy Kush.
Your pen has a USB charger on the butt?
You're goddamn right it does.
You might just be smelling my natural musk.
Do you naturally smell like a pine tree?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you? I've never smelled pine come from you.
I'm all wood, baby.
Top to bottom, front to back.
Hardwood. And it's hardwood. Damn it. You beat me by like 2 seconds. God damn it.
On the note of hardwood.
Old growth.
Which you call my balls now.
Old growth.
That's what you're calling your balls now is old wood?
My pistol's got an old growth.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. It's like you're going to go clean down there, so you're about to clear cut that shit. Well, clear chemical, clear cream that shit.
It's like a
clear cream.
Clear cream it.
It's what you do before fire season, right? You got to get the brush.
Yeah, you got to
get
You got to clear cream it before fire season.
Yeah. Don't want fire crotches.
Make sure the hose has access.
Fire lines. Got to establish those fire lines.
Oh my god.
I mean, it makes sense. You're in for a rough summer.
Yeah, you're in
for those fire lines.
Yeah, you're in for a rough summer. Oh my god.
Good thing I don't have to worry about lightning striking.
Yeah, right. Well, especially if you're not going to put a lightning bolt in it, then, you know.
Yeah, I'm not a porn star. Nobody's going to be impressed by my pubic patterning.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true.
I mean, I might be.
One person might be.
Sometimes it's important to do things just for yourself.
Yeah. Like
that's
Andy
true.
and his socks. Yeah. He doesn't wear those socks for anybody else. When he has a sock with a design on it, that's for him. God damn it.
Dude, so I haven't had novelty socks in a long time.
Oh no.
It's
dude,
really
that
sad.
Was like my third favorite thing about you. Right
Well,
behind lectures and contracts.
Novelty socks never last very long. So you find yourself buying an awful lot of socks.
They're expensive.
They're expensive and they're hard to fucking find for somebody that wears
steal
a size
a Star
13.
Wars pair from Walmart just the other day. $8.99 for a pair of socks? Fuck you.
So next time we're going to like talk, it's going to be like bailing you out of jail for shoplifting. Is that what it sounds like?
I don't think the owner of
admitted to
Walmart...
shoplifting twice on this podcast.
Well, that's...
Actually, the other one was during the break. We weren't recording. It was beforehand.
Also,
you know what? That's justice dressing. If I'm paying $5 for a salad and you're not offering me a free dressing, you're robbing me.
Also, who doesn't offer a dressing?
Fucking Winco. I'm glad you fucked in those aisles. They deserve it because they're fucking me on the dressing.
Speaking of which, next time you're there, pick me something up.
All right, well, you know, do what I can.
Fill them pockets, boy. Is there anything else you guys had in mind for tonight?
I'm tired.
I didn't have anything
Yeah.
in mind at the beginning.
Hey.
All right.
All right, guys. Well, I think that just about wraps us up.
Good night, everybody.
Say
Bye.
good night. Good night. We love you.
Grandpa loves you.
Educate your mind. Don't let the brain cells die. Come on, it's balcony time.